Dear friends, today is April 28th, 2021. And sometimes people say, "Who are you?" And that's a good question. You know, I've been called a lot of things, and I think there's some truth to all of it. Like, for example, my mother called me Gene when I was born, so when people would say hi to me, they'd remind me to be clean. I'd say, "Hi, Gene." So sometimes I might take a lot of showers in a few hours, if you know what I mean. Now, I don't know if I took too many showers or not enough, or just right, but it got me to thinking about kids and matching names, whether it's my kids or kids in general. So I want to share some of my thoughts in a song, and some of the song might be off key, but none of the keys go to any doors where you are, so all the doors are opened, and you can leave anytime you want. No hard feelings from me. All my feelings are soft. And this song comes with a funny back guarantee. And I don't know what that means either, but see, the important thing is that we communicate with each other so that we have a shared understanding of what it means to us, and then we can go from there. So, like I said, I hope that you get something good out of this thing, and it comes with a funny back guarantee. If you want, we'll figure it out. Well, I'll be frank with you if you're earnest with me. Sometimes I'm curt, so I might owe you an apology. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. And sometimes I'm curt for courteous. Thanks. I appreciate that. I want to name my Jewish child Christian, and Christian child Jew. And I know that's for me, but it might not be for you. And that's fine. That's totally fine. I want to have a daughter and call her Guy. And if you want to know more, I can tell you why. And I don't know if I ought to have a son and daughter, but if I do, I want to call her Chris and him Pat. And I want us to talk more about that. Well, it would give me the biggest and greatest thrill if I'd have a child and call him Will. 'Cause where there's a will, there's a way, and they might have more options every day. And I really want so badly to have it be, to have a child I can call Jimmy. And they could Jimmy open any door, and she might not be locked out of anything anymore. Bop, ba, da, bop, bop. I want to have a daughter, Anna, even though Anna lies, 'cause I know she's doing the best she can. She really tries. I want to have a child and call him Art, 'cause he's really creative and has a big heart. And if I had a child, I could call him Al. He could have all kinds of friends, all kinds of pals. And if I had a child, he might be a fuddy-duddy. 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 Now that's funny. And when he's being his authentic self, have a lot of buddies. Bop, ba, da, bop, bop. And if I had a child, I could call him Jack, 'cause he might leave me someday. And I want him to come back. But look, man, I'm just saying, we love you and miss you. We just want to get together with you sometimes. That's all. Not like cats in the cradle thing, they never get together. That's all I'm saying. Let's get together sometimes. And if I had a child, I could call him Bernie. We could get together and share our journeys. Bop, ba, bop, bop. And I'll tell you something else that I would like to have a child called Open Mike. He can remind us about our choices, the value and importance to express our voices. Bop, ba, bop, bop. And if I had a child, I could call him Tobias, and he could remind us about our biases. And if I had a child, I could call her Bridget, and she could remind us to build more bridges. And if I, excuse me, and if I had a child, I could call her Gretchen, and she could remind us to pay more attention. And if I had a child, I could call her Kate, and she could remind us to communicate. And if I had a child, I could call him Nate. He could remind us about some things that resonate. And if I had a child, I'd call her Anita, and she could remind us of self-advocacy. And if I had a child, I could call her Demi. She could remind us of democracy. And if I had a child, I'd call them Sharon, Karen, Mimi, and they could remind us of you, me, and we. And if I had a child, I could call her Marie. She could remind us of different ways to be, that there are different ways to be. And if I had a child, I'd call him Willow B. He could remind us of who we will be. And if I had a child, I could call her Rose. She could remind us of some things that she knows. And if I had a child, I could call him Mo. He could remind us of Mo for momentum. So here we go. And if I had a child, I could call him War and Peace. He could remind us about toxic and healthy ways to be. And if I had a child, I'd call her Patty. She could remind us to try not to be so catty. And if I had a child, I'd call her Ginger Lee. And she could remind us to please be Ginger Lee. And if I had a child, I'd call him Wes. He could remind us that we're always doing our best. And if I had a child, I'd call her Joyce. And she could remind us to be present and rejoice. And if I had a child, I'd call her Liz. And she could remind us that it is what it is. And if I had a child, I'd call her Maxine. She could remind us about vaccines. And if I had a child, I'd call him Matt. I'd go to the mat for him, and he'd be welcoming. And he could remind us that we matter. And if I had a child, I'd call him Mark. He could remind us that our love for each other isn't just a lark. And if I had a child, I'd call him Ben. He could remind us about some ways that we've been. And if I had a child, I could call him Lester. He could remind us about our ancestors. And if I had a child, I'd call him Scott. He could remind us about feelings and thoughts. And if I had a child, I could call her Sue, even though I don't know what to do. And if I had a child, I could call him Rob, even though I don't know anything about a parent's job. And if I had a child, well, stop. Too many kids, stop. PTSD, I can't, stop. Now look, I appreciate kids. I really do care. And with some time and reflection, I become more aware that some things have taken place in the present and past related to, and including but not limited to, gender, class, race, and caste. So I don't really care about fortune and fame. I just want kids to have matching names. I just want kids to be with the top 3, to be safe and healthy and happy. And I think that's something we all share with kids, based on some things that we've said and did. We just want kids to be with the top 3, to be safe and healthy and happy. So it helps to have flexibility, 'cause there are different ways to be. We can receive ourselves in any name, go to different ones, and come back to the same. So we just want to offer ways to be, and share them with all of humanity. We just want kids to be with the top 3, to be safe and healthy and happy. We just want to offer ways to be, and share them with all of humanity. We just want kids to be with the top 3, to be safe and healthy and happy. Safe and healthy and happy.